When you think of a top world-renowned college, one synonymous with prestige, excellence and intellectual legacy, one college that comes to your mind is Harvard. It has always topped the list. It's more than just a university. It's an institution woven into the very fabric of American history and power. And we are not saying it. 8 US presidents have graduated from Harvard University. John Adams, John Quincy Adams, Rutherford B. Hayes, John F. Kennedy, Franklin D. Roosevelt, Theodore Roosevelt, George W. Bush. And the latest president to graduate is Barack Obama. Not just that, dozens of billionaires, Nobel laureates, and world leaders have walked its hallowed halls. To many Americans, Harvard represents the pinnacle of opportunity. But in recent times, Harvard has found itself at the center of a cultural and political storm, facing off against none other than the US President Donald Trump. So on one side, you have the United States of America's most powerful person who is determined to break the political, cultural, and academic diversity of elite education institutions. And on the other, there's Harvard University, the country's oldest, richest, and most recognizable academic brand. So what actually happened? Why are we today talking about Trump versus Harvard? What started as a bureaucratic inquiry into campus anti-Semitism has now turned into a high-stakes constitutional standoff, one that could redraw the lines between federal authority and academic freedom in the US. It all started with a letter to the president of Harvard in which the Trump administration laid out the following demands. And all these demands were pertaining to hiring, teaching practices as well. So here are the following demands. Number one, change the governance of the leadership to reduce the power of students, faculty, and even the administration. Number two, end all preferences based on race, color, religion, sex, or national origin. Number three, change admission procedure to prevent admitting students hostile to the American values and institutions inscribed in the US. Number four, bring in an external party approved by the federal government to audit the groups within the school for diverse ideological viewpoints. Number five, bring in an external party approved by the federal government to audit programs that fuel anti-Semitic harassment. And lastly, stop all DEI programs within the school, which means stopping diversity, equity, and inclusion programs. In response to this, the Harvard president said that the demands made by Trump overstepped the power of federal government, further asserting that the university will not surrender its independence or relinquish its constitutional rights. It took Harvard less than 72 hours to say no to Trump. The decision is one of the most overt defiance by a university since US President Donald Trump began pressuring higher education to conform to his political priorities. In response, the Trump administration placed a $2.2 billion funding freeze. Not just that, Trump further upped the ante by threatening the university's tax-exempt status and demanding an apology for what he called terrorist-inspired supporting sickness on campus. The demands at the offset seem like they encourage more accountability and merit, but there's more than what meets the eye. The letter by Trump essentially targets the massive pro-Palestine demonstrations across several US colleges, Harvard being one of them. At the heart of these demonstrations were two demands. Number one, end Israel's military onslaught in Gaza, and number two, push the university administration to divest from Israel-affiliated organizations. The student-led demonstrations witnessed intense police crackdown in 2024. Many students arrested, more faced the danger of deportation for their demonstrations against Israel and for Palestine. And now, the university itself is facing action. The question now is, can Harvard, the richest US college, withstand Trump? The wealthiest US college has long hoarded cash and built its budget to withstand shocks. According to Harvard's financial statement, the university is armed with pristine credit ratings and a $53 billion endowment, which is the most of any school in the US. And this affluence makes it well situated to weather any kind of blows. That's not all. In fiscal year 2024, Harvard raked $6.5 billion of annual revenue and enjoyed a $45 million surplus. Apart from this, Harvard's funding comes from diverse revenue streams like tuition, donation, research grants, and also executive education. To add to the list, Harvard consistently raises billions through alumni and philanthropic networks. And finally, Harvard's global prestige ensures continued demand, partnerships, and private investment. The bottom line is this: Harvard is more than capable of withstanding Trump at this point of time. Now, let's tell you about the strong Harvard alumni network. Harvard alumni account for 5% of the world's ultra-high net worth population. According to Altrata's University Alumni Report, these are the individuals with net worth of at least $30 million. And Harvard has an estimated 17,660 ultra-high net worth alumni. The university's alumni network is arguably the most prestigious and far-reaching of any college, with over 370,000 living alumni across virtually every field. And the Harvard Alumni Association has over 200 clubs worldwide to facilitate all these connections. Let's now tell you about the top countries of Harvard alumni. That's United Kingdom, Australia, Hong Kong, Canada, India, China, and Japan. Harvard is not standing alone. As per reports, 39 institutions across the United States of America have the financial strength, primarily in the form of large endowments and diversified revenue streams, to resist federal pressure. These schools include prestigious research colleges like Yale University, the University of Notre Dame, Vanderbilt University, and Washington University in St. Louis. Wealthy liberal arts colleges also make it to the list, such as Williams College and Davidson College in North Carolina. So the bottom line is this: Harvard has the wherewithal to stand against Trump. But the question is, how long can they continue their mission and hold out while the Trump administration uses all sorts of extra-legal and potentially unlawful means to undermine its funding?